Alright, here we go, running a test on doing a Pluto suppression build on the iOrbit and role-playing as Max from Crystal Castles and Sam storyline. So it was kind of inspired by that one picture where they're a bit goth with it, or that's not really something that I would say or go with it. Anyways, it is really inspired on that. Just because I felt for the esteem of this that it will make it so much better. Why are we looking at this? So if we're taking a character and then adding like an incursion on somebody getting with their style by looking at how they're perceiving stuff. Like the escape of each of these for the Yugioh play. And then this one, I always like that on the Gravity story, that hoodie of that it put it to be like that. And we all have our favorites, unless they're all horrible. Let's see which ones I'm familiar with here. Like each of them I spent time to be on some sort of gradient. So let's see. I don't really use any of those ones. I mean, that was storyline in Gustav Cannon Max. Digitron is the girl. Tron. And I'm gonna get some like very okay. So when I was talking about Earth's, well, the Citadel and just the proprietary of like some of the new some of the phrases to get the reward of the embedding image to be what is kept, and that's so nicer because there's like each job for each thing, like the typographist, some other headers and footers and stuff like that probably. But the Book of Moon, like imagine like this information were to fall upon you and then you're like, it's really good information, but now I have to really think about it because it's old information. Exactly how I feel. And then I was reading something on these notes that was talking about a current, an electric current, and then the counter argument is, why is the data of the inversion of like something happening to like when it's returned, like where's it, how's the dark energy recorded in mirror form? I felt like that would really help some of the problems that I'm having in Cube. So there's a lot of the fantasy going on there. And then some quirky scenes, just a grand mole head diving, and this is so generic to get a corner, but I really have another good one, a good talk coming up about things, and really do. I was like, where am I at with? I'm going to talk about this first, so then later I'm going to talk about how I was thinking about how home organization really lineages to home interior and interior design motivates the garden and stuff. That's the order from the experience that I have of how it is done. You'll be like, I need to make it feel comfortable. I work on my corner. And I totally agree with Chris on that. And that's how it feels. It's like, why are people so, why is it so subjective to others to feel that that's what I do? Then it's like, after the lethargicism to do that, I'm like, oh yeah, that's definitely the reason that I don't want to do that. Is the clicking too hard? Yeah, or like by the time that I do my weekly resolutions to get something done, it's taxed bi-weekly. So to get that to see it on the board of what I actually play, which I call the D server, because I wanted the accountability of what is had to be really good. So I feel a lot of people don't realize that they're at the end game, and that's kind of like the potent of what I saw as the continuing circuit, and what somebody saying something to do something is how opposing of the dark energy mirror dual diagnostic that I was kind of hoping to delve into to brand some of the D server. Taking that concept, we're trying to, well, let's see. Yeah, even at my best attempts, I really cannot get the language to get it to be in reverse yet. I guess that's not how data is recorded. Hoping. I was like, could it be done with planetary time calendar? Like that I centered to do what I did want, but nah, it's still somewhat I feel it still. What are some cards that are calling to you? This is what I'm trying to figure. Let's see who can has the first calls on thinking it to appear. There you go. There's blue eyes. It's cute. This is how I feel right now. Red eyes. Totally very upset about that. Like I was saying, this is a very so I was thinking to do it like I'm so starting a chain. What it's like, what is your entry, the secondary, so your primary entry, secondary counter, then the integrity play or the wave on the surf, and then what endures that, and then it kind of the fifth slot is different. Yeah, it's a more different area to kind of describe, because all those things do something, and then I don't see. Yes, this is up, and then maybe 2 weeks we'll see on the next thing. We'll update the budgeting system, and I'll actually show the budgeting system and the accurate one. Like I said, I'm still in the forensics of my case, of what it's there, and it's not really so like the staple information that I expect there, and then how my speech is contaminated from where I'm at with that. It's very display. I was like, yeah, that's kind of better. It was a bit silent, so I was like, oh, that's kind of why. Alright, so main focus points, let's sort these by which ones I think are best. Ritual. Slow field spells, let's talk about those. I like these. I got it's a field spell or the macro symbol. So I don't know if it's reversed, like a micro biome is like actually what I think. Because a macro economy is a functioning machine of everything. Well balanced. It has all the stuff. And then I like for mine to look at these, and it's like creating a set and then putting the stuff into it and then using that and feeling rewarded from having. So which are some that I've used here? I was gonna say that, man, that's such a tough one. The Sanctuary in the Sky, I correlate that with Cloud Castle, Cloud from Final Fantasy, and it's about like a soft character and being nice, but just being able to get the grading of being right there. I know, what about me? I'm just like draining into my disparity. I like Dragon's Ravine because the metaphor of how machine indifferent it is to collateral, some basic fixed income trigonometry and SHIP, which will be my course on how math relates to decisions in a junior class. Sort of. It's indexed. It's put into a box. I work on it and leave it to math teachers to be motivated about. Written down macro fields are like the Citadel. Who said what? Nothing. The Deku tree is a mistake because monkeys, I mean, if they had neuroscience, they could probably rip memory from your mind. So it's not good to hang out with monkeys at all or anything. That is a theory. And they pretty much just gonna live in your idea of what you thought of yourself was kind of what is being taught. And they die so slow, so it's not anything that I want. It's already sort of there, but it's like kind of. The Secret Village of the Spellcaster. I really like this card because it reminds me of Zelda. So I find myself like in this oasis of being rejuvenated or having a renovation to be that way. And then maybe the gas of the zombie world. The zombie world and the Pyramid of Light. Not to reiterate on real times, but the hedron of what that means for the zombie and the ulterior attempts on the 28 versus the order of or the Pyramid of Light is reminiscent of me watching that Yu-Gi-Oh show as a movie in the movie theaters, so I remember that one pretty well. Yeah, that's a pretty sad one, kind of messed up. Then the Matrix. I like the Matrix one because it's based, like, it's very sapphic or sapphire that something's already done. So it takes all the elements of what is already in contact with the character and then gives the randomizers for that ability to happen. It all depends on what the client is like. The Grand Spellbook Tower, that's the one I'm working on right now, because it relates to the Citadel, and then some of the cards to see that, like Book of Moon, and then I had some of my own eventers to the different books. Let's type in which ones are relevant to that. It's a difficult one to play at this time because it's more a pawn. You'll get one, you'll get one. I don't have no problem. It's really stressing for us. It's too hard. I got something really good for Ursa's Tower, or what is this called in the? It's a reoccurring staple of the Magic Tower, the Wizard's Tower, or whatever. These ones kind of designed to be a bit more like, what were some of the good ones that I liked? The Axes Collector one of just the 4 mages when the 4 winds. That was a good one. I like that one. So we don't get any burnouts. And for that, I'm just activating Sapphire Sea, and then destroying the red bulb in my household will be a good metering to the progressive of the color bulb and those memories, because we don't know if if the library to sourcing information was a color, then even for a bit of mitigation, that it's important to find the figurative of present, and that it could be theorized that it would be that perhaps, and that I did say it, then that was how that library of intelligence is outsourced. So it's good to destroy the light bulb. I still love Jinzo. I rock Jinzo for so much, and that was like one of my users. Like, if you've ever seen the League of Legends intros, they have like all where they act like that. If you could, then maybe. I know, I'm so, man, like, see, my mind is in so many different places of what I think, and some predicaments and stuff. I say, my house back is great. It's gonna be as small as possible to make it as strong as possible to feel that way. And I'm trying to teach, like, I'll see a conglomerate in a macro field and be like, in this in this succession of what is there, that I would be more into saying it in a, well, man, I totally lost my train of thought right there. That was so bad. So tired. Like, if you're working on the induction of creating something, then it was wondering if the offering to that was beneficial. Like, I need to be associated to the currency. I've had it where I said, business red strict business to the money to that actualizing to what it was for what was mandible to see that. And then it's like, at the same time I say that, I get challenged with a dual diagram of battery to turn my power currency into social currency completely. Not compatible at that point. I've attempted to solve the millstone, and I always think it's important, and that I need to find a cornerstone on the crutch. I mean, my sales, like, just plain sales, do fine. For what is like of 1,000, I still get 10 messages at the house at this stage. And then I think and then at a population of 40,000, then over time, then that would be that. And then even with that stuff there, I only have like a few short intermediates or derivatives that I'm worrying about right now, and then U is pretty much like I had to use the present stance, and then I talk about not like the color wheel system, and how I was using that type of mana to solve the issue, which was like a radiance magic from the center versus whatever. It's a tough call. I don't know how I'm being inclusive on the construct of Gear Town. Yeah, that's a tough one. I don't know. Did you? I hope so. I like this one. I'm not gonna. Is it protected? Paradolia. Should it tell well was a stance of exuberance versus the Fortress Royale. The significant perspective, diving. I like that one way more. Eight stars, awesome. Alright ones. I might use my snake, or well, I got a powerful death deck that starts off with Merlin, my Merlin deck. Has a snake as a wand. If I'm entering the 4-axis infinity character, or the spell mage squad. I might have to run the Book of Love. That's the one that I might have because of the urology. That'll make me stronger. I said if I was really trying to find myself off missive to what I expect language to achieve, then business partnership is separate, then marriage, and then joint tenancy ownership is separate. And that's kind of how I hope that conversation goes, to know how how convoke. I literally meditate and speak with myself every day, all the time. I'm liking some of these ones too. Yeah, I want my Merlin to transform into a Gandalf with my snake Merlin wand. That's really cool. Part of the Forbidden. I like this one. It's based on the story that I don't know, that like power was. I like this one. I have a story for Potter the Forbidden. It's like those iodium things. I don't really like the Egyptian gods. I feel like they hit too heavy, and on the comparison of luxury that I didn't get that. I had to, it seemed like I was gonna use the Machina Fortress kind of set up there, or see what's going on with the Gate Guardian. And then deal where? Deal here. No way. Relinquish. I really like Relinquish. I like those low star cards. Like Chakra, or that other one that has the what is that? Rogue doll. I like that one. In the coaching class, it was like your a month was the basis of the card, and then I guess some people get really wiped the floor getting into exponential. The Mechalith is really good because it's like it really feels structure based. Didn't run a 5-year on a mare, on the white mare. Some people get to play that card, and then I wasn't really willing to unfacet my personality to achieve that. Thank you. Watched Good Dinosaur recently. I was like, oh, that was a rough watch. See, it's based on lightness, and I really felt like light was based on fatigue, and that's being whatever. I have to see how the character is like conscribed, so I can see that, and I really feel the crushing turn to do that, to attempt on that. Like, what would be in the way of somebody progressing? So that's kind of how I know that there's something going on. Everything is with minors. I don't think it's anything but an algorithm. It's so annoying that at that time of those things that were flaunted on at that time. But in the slower realm, it's like, wow, for that iteration of not being no assist, having an unassociated team assist, it's kind of like, wow, what are you really gonna do to not say some things to like rest easy? That wasn't very fair to me. What did I call this one before? It's on that. It's like experiment 0. Center 0. I don't remember. I'm not even gonna get into that. Gonna have to have a note card to read. I need to go to the chiropractor and start adding some things into my regimen. Also, I'm gonna lose some years probably. Need something. Seems like I didn't want to get focused. It'll take just a lot of time looking at which ones I think are the most interesting. That'll be all for now. Yeah, you're a bit too presumptuous with how you want to let yourself accept yourself, and I don't know, you're on that tender with yourself. Even though it was somebody else. I like this one. The glow of it stays still. It's more ancient than Cloud Castle. Oh wait, no, it is Cloud Castle. It's more ancient than Stromberg. That's a very good one. It's alright. Teams is a custom moves, I'm sure, with some experimental that it could be worked on like this after seeing a few more. If the I don't know, Dark Magician is such a main character, it's gonna, what does it achieve? Do we return to it? I don't know. I got some other ones I like too. We'll see. We'll see what's going on. What's the favorites? Let's get the best results. Else, thank you for watching, and then hope that everybody finds a good strategy. And that's really all I want to say for now. I really want to work on the letters of what I'm working, and then yeah, totally. No high expectation on whatever mistakes, even though perfect plays can be nice for sometimes. Thank you for watching, Philly family. Feel free to watch. Alright.